Imagine the character of the biggest icon in music history, Michael Jackson, and ask yourself, do you really know the man for what he truly stood for? Or do you know what the headlines are designed to inform the public? Hello, my name is Andres Bowers, and I aim to uncover the true and honest character of Michael Jackson, despite years of media slander and false allegations. The culture we live in currently thrives on tearing down big figures, and many of us may reason with the feeling of being misunderstood by people who don't truly understand us nor know us. I believe this ideology directly ties to the slandering of Michael Jackson by the media. By looking past the media exaggeration and into proven, verified records stretching from FBI files to court cases to the Guinness World Records, we can uncover the legacy of Michael Jackson to be defined by compassion and human kindness instead of criminal behavior and controversy. The real character of Michael Jackson is defined by his unmatched global philanthropy and his proven in court legal innocence, instead of the media's profitable, slandered interpretation of his image. My two main points within the speech will cover his admirable philanthropy and humanitarian work, and then a breakdown on the media's financial motives behind the slandering of Michael Jackson's image. While doing this, I will also aim to prove his innocence by referring to legal investigations, which ended up clearing his name and everything that Michael Jackson really stood for. This brings me to my first main point, which is about his philanthropy. As most view Michael Jackson as strictly a pop star, many seem to ignore all the humanitarian work he'd done for tons of charities and organizations. Some evidence looking into how much he really gave back to these communities, charities, and organizations is found in the Guinness Book of World Records, where Michael Jackson obtained the title for most charities supported by a pop star. He supported 39 different various organizations throughout his life where he consistently would donate. Surpassing just writing checks for any of these organizations, he also founded his own, such as the Heal the World Foundation in 1992, as described in michaeljacksonslegacy.org. This foundation provided direct aid to children around the globe suffering from not only war, poverty, but also illness. To further expand on his humanitarian work or efforts, he directly supported those in need during various social crises, including providing direct support to single mothers during the 1992 LA riots, and supporting groups like the NAACP, which is short for National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, and the Anti-Apartheid Movement, which is a Southern organization which targeted the end of racial segregation and white supremacy. Despite the generosity towards communities and people in need around the world, the media still slander Michael Jackson's image. Which brings me to my second point, the media's distortion and slandering of Michael Jackson's image, as well as his legal innocence. To understand the motives for various news outlets slandering Michael Jackson's image, we must understand how this iconic character not only generated billions of dollars for himself, but for many of the different news outlets and informative outlets that broke news and covered him. An analysis titled Channeling by Aaron Johnson for the University of Rutgers Scarlet Review notes how media effectively villainized Jackson, reflecting a broader trend of villainization of public black figures at that time. Although the media projected a guilty narrative of Jackson, the reality of the legal outcome was completely different. Michael Jackson was investigated for criminal activity for nearly a decade, more than a decade actually, between 1993 and 2005. Despite this intense criminal investigation ongoing for a long period of time, Jackson was still named innocent on all sexual abuse allegations or any criminal allegations after years of scrutiny and defamation, per PBS NewsHour. As zero evidence of any criminal activity was found, the narrative of how most of these reports being financially driven can finally be realized. The media demonized Michael Jackson for their own financial gain, and nothing more. When we look past media exaggeration of Michael Jackson's character, we can identify a man whose identity consisted of giving to those in need, those in trouble, and those who felt systematically suppressed. We have examined his record-breaking charity work to his in-court proven innocence, and we see that Michael Jackson's character should be defined by truth instead of headlines. Let us remember this icon for what he did, not for what others were financially driven to say about him. And my name is Andres Bowers, and I hope this helped clear any speculations about Michael Jackson's character and himself, because I, for one, truly believe that he reflected nothing but innocence and someone who cared about the community around him and improving um our community socially. Thank you.